Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. There will be two grocery hauls in this video. This first one is going to be my fruit and veg, and then I'll include my Coles one straight after. So I grabbed some celery at Aldi for $3.50 a bunch. I'm probably going to use this to make some seafood chowder and maybe some slow cooked beef, because I did pick up some beef ossobuco from my butcher. Over here, I grabbed some sugar plums for $2.99 at my green grocer. I think this is about half a kilo, maybe 700 grams. Capsicums were $3.99 a kilo, so I grabbed one red and one green. These were all at my green grocer. Limes were actually at my dad's, so I picked two up there. The drinks, I actually grabbed these from my Asian grocer as a bit of a treat. So this is some type of tropical black tea. It's super delicious, super refreshing, and full of sugar. So I like to dilute this with a little bit of water, and it's a treat, obviously. And then the honey pomelo tea is also really yummy, very sweet as well. And they were about $1.40 each, I believe. This is a strawberry mogu drink. I think my partner picked that up. It was on sale. Moving over here, I grabbed a dip which was marked down, roasted pumpkin, caramelized onion, and cashews. I like to buy marked down dips to use that as a pasta sauce because I do have some marked down ravioli in the fridge, which I still do need to use up. Some plums, the black plums were $3.99 a kilo at my green grocer. I also picked up a bag of these purple potatoes because I like to have this as a treat. A snack between the day, or even sometimes dessert, because I roast them in the oven. And this was $3.99 a kilo. This bag is probably about 1.5 kilos, so about $6-ish for that bag. The grapes at my green grocer were actually quite pricey this week, so I grabbed grapes at Aldi and they looked beautiful and fresh for about $3.80 a kilo. Moving over here, I grabbed some toiletry items, so shower gel at Aldi, I think it was $4.80. So way cheaper than Coles and Woolies. Some cheap brand of Jif. I think they call it Sif at Aldi. What is it called? Something like that. That was $2.89. Garbage bags are also cheaper at Aldi. Cotton buds were, I think, $3.89. I think I don't quite remember how much I paid for these, but they are cheaper than Coles and Woolies. And then the beef ossobuco, I actually already popped in the freezer because I'm going to use that during the week, and I bought that for $15 a kilo at my butcher. And then I also got some thinly cut slices of beef from my butcher because I'm going to be making an Asian soup base with veggies and thinly sliced beef, which I'll add on top before I add in the hot soup, because the hot soup will cook the beef. I'll film all of the cooking clips and share with you guys. You can even use this type of cut for stir fries, hot pot, anything of that sort. Anyways, I'll include the next grocery haul, and then I'll probably add on some cooking clips as well. Guys, this is my week 2, I think, at Coles for my flyby spend. I'll quickly run through what I got. Potatoes were 2 kilos for $5. My little induction stove cleaner thing was on sale for $5.10. I think normally it's about $6 something-ish. Grabbed some yogurts, $4 each. They were on sale. My favorite flavor is strawberry. My partner's is mango. I normally get my wet wipes from Aldi, but they ran out of stock and they've been out of stock for a few weeks. So grabbed this at Coles for $4.50. That's gone up in price. Crumpets were $2.10. I thought they used to be 99 cents, but they're $2.10 now at Coles. Hot chocolate's also gone up. The last time I purchased this, it was $3. Now it is $4. So that is a 33% increase at Coles. Butter was on sale for $4.80. I think normally it's $6-ish. I grabbed this one instead this week. 25% less fat. Now, I needed the large thickened cream because I was going to use half for pasta and half for my seafood chowder, but they were out of stock, so I just grabbed a small one. Some bananas, $4 a kilo. I grabbed some salmon from Woolies. It was not on sale. Actually, this was on a partial sale, but I wouldn't normally purchase this for the price that I got it at this week. But because I am making seafood chowder, I do need some fish. So I grabbed some skin off salmon fillets for $40 a kilo. Grabbed some bread from Coles for $3.25. I'm going to toast that up, butter it, and that's going to be eaten alongside with my seafood chowder. Got some smoked oysters on the side there just for my pantry, and they're a great source of iron. Some instant noodles that were on clearance for $1, and just a 3-litre milk for $4.35. Okay, so this is my week 3 flyby spend at Coles. As you can see, I didn't get very much. I grabbed some Danish feta for I think about $3.50. Some markdown pancakes for 66 cents. I actually did pick up a few little markdowns here and there, so I'm surprised I still got very little for the $50 spent. I did pick up some crumpets, the branded ones, because they were half price. I think they were $2.20, I think. Some feminine products. I actually was craving some olives, so I picked up some stuffed green olives in garlic and chili. Carrots were $1.70, and I always use these up in the fridge. I picked up some lamb pieces. They were $15 a kilo. I'm probably going to slow cook this. Picked up some gnocchi because we haven't had this in a while. I plan on making a beef mince pasta sauce to make with the gnocchi. 2 packets, $2.50 each packet. Passata was about $2.20 each. Thickened cream was $4.50. Thickened cream is so expensive now. I'm probably going to do a chorizo, porcini, mushroom, creamy pasta type meal. I'll film all of the cooking clips and I'll share it with you guys in the next video. Grabbed 2-litre bottle of milk because I still have a litre at home. Grabbed some rock melon for $4. And then I also grabbed some mouthwash, which was on clearance for I think $1.28 pop. So that was everything I spent. The total bill was about $52, I think. Hey guys, so I'm going to be making a seafood chowder. So I start by using some prawn heads and celery leaves to make a seafood stock. And then I chop up some potatoes, celery and carrot to add to the soup as well. Now I actually strain some of the potatoes, carrots and onions to blend it up to make a thick type of paste. So that's what I'm going to use to thicken the soup. Seafood wise, I've decided to use some salmon, some mussels, and some prawns, which I had in the freezer. Once the soup's cooked, I chuck in the seafood and that thickening paste that I made, toast some bread and butter it. Then I just dunk my bread in my seafood chowder. The next day I had some leftover chowder but no more bread, so I ended up eating the leftovers with some rice. Alright, so the next meal I've got some chopped capsicum, tomatoes, carrots and some beef mince that I normally get from Costco. I've just pulled that out from the freezer. I kind of just cook everything through, add a bit of seasoning such as salt, paprika, then I top it off with cheese, and that's my meat mixture, which I have on top of some tostados, smoked chipotle and sour cream chips. Next I've got a slow cooker meal. So I've got some celery, carrots, potatoes, capsicum, onions, some veggie stock cubes. Then I've chucked in some of my beef osso buco. Then I chuck in some passata, a little bit of pink salt, and I had a can of lentils I wanted to use up as well, so I chucked that in. I let this whole thing cook for about 10 hours until the meat is fork tender. And that was dinner. The next day I had a pretty lazy meal, just some markdown lamb skewers with some buttered bread. This next meal was also a pretty simple one. I've got some capsicum, which I've sliced, a little bit of leftover thickened cream, and I also seasoned with smoked paprika, and I kind of had a creamy capsicum sauteed thing going on, which I chucked on the side with some crumbed fish that I cooked in the oven. This next meal was a throw it together one as well. I used an Asian soup base, chucked in shiitake mushrooms, carrots and some poached fish. I didn't have any noodles on hand, so I just chucked in some pasta spirals. Another easy meal, mashed potatoes with some markdown lamb skewers that I had in the freezer, so I wanted to use all of that up as well.